right, good evening, Nigeria. Welcome to Of This with Precious. It's a crazy day, but then yeah, welcome to the show. Another day to talk about things that happen for inside Nigeria. My name is Precious Inyi, and they always they happy to talk to on about things that they share for Nigeria. Welcome to another day of discussing Nigeria Wahala. But before I let you in on my guest tonight, make I just run you through some of the things we they share today. Okay, so apart from some news we go down here about Nnamdi Kanu opening his defense today. Ready to open his defense and also saying that, you know what, lawyers, people should set aside. I am going to be the one to defend my case by myself. And people are like, what a twist to this conversation, or what a twist to this trial. As we speak this evening, him and his lawyers and they for closed meeting against in trial will begin tomorrow. So I will keep you updated with that conversation. But like I run you through other issues and maybe say they happen today. So very quickly, bandits launch coordinated attacks on Kaduna communities, abduct 9 residents after Ibise Kaduna State or Kaduna or some local government areas for Kaduna hold peace talks with bandits. These same bandits now can launch coordinated attack. And people are like, so what's the essence of the peace talks? But let's go on to other areas where bandits killed 2 in attack on Plateau community amidst Christian genocide saga in Nigeria, or complaints about Christian genocide. Soldier on holiday shot dead by headers after challenging them for brandishing firearms in Kwara. He challenged headsmen for brandishing firearms, they kill him. Soldier. Okay, now. Terrorist attack INEC team in Kogi abducts 3 officials and others. Well, then let's move on. Nigeria facing organized ethnic religious violence against Christians. This, now a UAE analyst, Ahmed Alameri, 91. Even as people they deny, say no Christian genocide. But let's go on. As Sultan of Sokoto don't talk, say no record they show anywhere of genocide against any group care for Nigeria. No record showing genocide of any group in Nigeria. Guess what? Nigerians don't react over this one. I say, you say what? You say what? Okay, I'm coming. I'll let you in on that conversation. And then again, Bishop Kukah this time, now they call hold for work. Say, what's happened, Bishop Kukah? Because Bishop Kukah say, why Nigeria should not be linked to religious genocide. Make no link between they happen for Nigeria to religious genocide. Are you serious? People say, wait. You, the same Bishop Kukah, not too long ago, just about a year ago, they lament the killing of Christians for Nigeria. Now you they talk this one now. I've been awaiting appointment because that and Nigerians they don't lambast them. They don't jump on them, almost chop them raw. I will show you all the reactions them we BC people don't, throw away for grant. Political terrorism. ADC accuses APC of burning Ekiti Secretariat. And then Nnamdi Kanu holds private consultation with legal team ahead of October 2023 defense. Yeah. So, moving on. Alleged terrorism. Court refuses Toroko Mamu's bail plea. Remember Tuko Mamu, the Kaduna Real negotiator? Yeah. So, all right. Now the kind of lines of governors, ex-governors, security chiefs, others to testify on rendition from Kenya, military invasion, rights of violations. The shock Abi, when it be say get people like Sonwolu, get people like it gets a lot of people for inside the team where be say now then go testify against them. And people say, what is happening to you, Oga? What's it be this one? Let's move on to other issues. Reps to probe $460 million CCTV camera installation contract in Abuja. Another way for that conversation, another angle to that conversation, I say we collect loan of $460 million US to use do it in CCTV. Okay, for inside Abuja. Bill to ensure INEC conducts 2027 polls same day, skills second reading at the Senate. Now, this is not one of the conversations where I would like my guest put him out inside well, because remember, say when that secret leak about how governors and the presidency don't plan to rig the election, one of the deals or one of the expose now on the fact that say they won't make all elections happen one day. Could this be a gradual progress to achieving that? Well, we will let you in on that. If Tinubu fails, it will be difficult for his successor to fix Nigeria. Sheikh Hussaini and they talk this one. And this story carry on, say busted that became that very cough lying in Nigerians with false Abuad ranking as no Nigerian university makes top 500 in the world. And then let's move on. Again, Anambra audit report uncovers over 725 million naira in unretired funds, missing vehicles, and fraudulent contracts. This now very strong matter. Buhari's former aide Bashir gives condition to support Christian presidential ticket. How many conditions did Christians give before accepting Muslim ticket? That's a question where people they ask. Senate seeks burden of proof on INEC in election petitions under new electoral act. And then INEC Yakubu Mahmood engineered massive reform of Nigeria electoral system. INEC petitions should be advertised. INEC positions rather should be advertised. Falano, Naim, they agitate for that one. I swap PDP accuses Ayeda Tiwa of complacency over DSS security alerts. And political terrorism, I don't tell on waiting to be say ADC talk about this and other matters that might be say we will touch light this evening. Joining me from inside the studio now, Comrade Ayoyin Kawoni. Comrade, thank you so immensely for joining the show this evening. And sincere apologies for, barging in on you and bamboozling you as usual. Forgive me. Thank you for giving me the privilege. Comrade, can you hear me? I cannot hear you anymore, comrade. We can't hear you. Please check if you're muted.
You hear
We
me
can't hear
now?
you at all.
We can't hear you at all.
Yes, we can.
I'm
Yes,
not.
we can. Fantastic.
I'm not.
Fantastic.
I'm not muted. I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for having me. It's glad to be here.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So
let me. There's an echo
there's
from
an
your end.
echo from your end.
I'll take you
I'll
off
put you off
asking you questions.
asking you
I know
questions.
you
I
hear
know
me.
you
I'll bring you
I'll
back
bring
there
you back.
because there's this echo, this hall back from your end. All right. So going straight to the conversation then. Yeah. In in an Ingade village, Birnin Gwari local government area of Kaduna State, bandits invaded the community, firing sporadically before abducting 6 locals and injuring 2 others. Now, a resident confirmed in a statement. Armed groups launched coordinated attacks on Birnin Gwari local government area, in fact, Birnin Gwari and Kachia local government areas of Kaduna State, abducting several residents and leaving others injured. Now, in Ingade village, Birnin Gwari local government area, bandits invaded the community, firing sporadically before abducting 6 people. That Norwegian eyewitness talk, as in tell Sahara reporters the story. Now, according to the source, the attackers threatened to kill anyone who resisted. If you know Grimek would carry you, if you know Grimek would kidnap you, will kill you, forcing the terrified victims to comply as they were taken to an unknown location. The incident has reportedly been reported to both military and police authorities in the area. In a separate attack in Gidonbusa village, Kachia local government area, another group of bandits stormed the community rather, shooting sporadically before abducting 3 residents. A source also told newsmen. Now, the source added that the security operatives arrived after the bandits had already fled with their victims. That is, they don't conduct their HAVOC finish, carry people with their abduct, with them bab, commot before security operatives come. Meanwhile, the sources noted that bandits in the state appear to have grown more audacity, in fact, more audacious, despite the government's widely publicized peace deal and the reported clampdown on media coverage of their activities. If you remember, on Tuesday evening, it was reported that the number of people confirmed to have been abducted by bandits in Kujama, the headquarters of Chikun local government area of Kaduna State, earlier in the day had increased to 12. A body believed to be one of the kidnapped victims was found along the escape route used by the attackers. But as if that one never finished, for inside Plateau State, attack don't come again. As unidentified gunmen suspected to be bandits come attack Daron village in Gyel District, just South local government area, leaving 2 people dead. The incident, which reportedly occurred yesterday, Tuesday, around 7:50 p.m. in the evening like this, left many people injured. Confirming the killings on Wednesday, a youth leader of the community, of course, confirmed the incident. I know if we talk and narrate how Ibise use explain them, because these things just they happen back to back to back. Now, in a separate development, a separate attack too, gunmen suspected to be armed headers killed an unidentified soldier, Mazakwa, community for inside the Mazakwa community for Patigi local government area of Kwara State. Kwara here. Now, according to sources in the area, the incident occurred on Tuesday when the soldier who was said to have to be home on holiday confronted a group of headers reportedly seen moving around the community with firearms. That is, in see headsmen where they move around the community with gun. They can't confront them, say, I be soldier, why not they carry gun? And so the man just die like this. So. And so he used die. Then shoot him. He died. Well, I'm not going to talk the end of the story. But as they talk to you like that, for Kogi State again, remember I don't mention North, I don't mention attack for Kaduna State, that in the Northwest. I don't mention attack for Plateau State, that in the North Central. I don't mention for Kwara State, North Central. This one now, what they tell you in Kogi State again, North Central. Now, for inside North Central, 3 officials of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, and several other passengers have been abducted by terrorists in Kogi State. The victims identified as Chinenye Oji, Adamaka Ani, and Catherine Tamwegi were reportedly attacked while traveling from Abuja to Anambra State to prepare for the pre-election duties ahead of November governorship election. Nine them, bab them. Comrade Ayoinka Onie, this stories, one story way too many. Which does it happen? I wish I could give details of all of the stories, but these things then just they happen back to back to back to back. It don't be like say now way of life for inside our country for these things to happen like this. And it's so sad when you see things like this happen in our country. And this one they happen even as we deny the fact, say, oh, there is no particular people attacked, of course. Before we even get to that, I have, of course, we get conversation along that line, but make I give a bit of, background to some of these attacks. Sources will talk about this attack by where they attack INEC people. They say this one happened around 3 p.m. yesterday, Tuesday, along Aloma or Chikala Highway for inside Ofuluku government area near the Benue border. The terrorists were said to have ambushed a Sienna bus conveying the victims, firing multiple shots and shattered the windscreen before forcing the passengers into the forest. All right, let me bring in Comrade very quickly. Comrade, I don't know if you can hear me now.
Yes, I hear you. I had network issues, but I'm back now.
Apologies. So go ahead. So all of these attacks, I don't know whether you hear the series of attacks. So
Yes, I was listening. I
I'm
was
going to
listening.
break them down because the thing they affect my mental health. I don't affect the mental health of other people. What is going on? Especially for Kaduna State, where you see the states don't consistently. You see the parade of vehicle and armed men, I be bandits, and we carry bike with their gun. Then when they do peace deal, these same people they do peace deal now don't start attacking them. What is going on? What is going on?
What is going on is sad, and Yorùbá will say, Olúkálùkù pẹ̀lú wàhálà tiẹ̀, meaning that every region and every state with its own problem. Why in Southwest the terrorist attack might be less, we have our own problems. But in the North and Southeast and some now North Central like Kwara, Kogi, there are multiple attacks on the lives of people. Are we surprised about this attack? Of course, we are not. People have been killed in this country since the time of Buhari or Obasanjo, either massacred by the government or by terrorists. The question is, what are the government doing about it? The answer is nothing, absolutely nothing. There's no security update, there's no agenda, there's no conviction. Nobody is convinced that they will stop dying, and that is where we are. What do we tell the people? What do we see? What explanation do we give to them? What analysis do we give to them that they are dying like chicken? There's no analysis but to say we have a fake government. But like I always say, don't sit in your house and wait to die. Flood the streets in your numbers to say all these killings must stop. But it is clear, what I will say is that it's clear that their style of handling the security situation is not working. Bandits and terrorists were negotiated with in Ribadu's regime in Kaduna. Sorry, El Rufai rather.
Everybody.
There was one also in Zamfara, same thing, negotiation. After you have negotiated till date, people are still dying in Kaduna. So of course negotiation is not working. The DSS that are supposed to get intelligence to prevent terrorist attack are not getting any intelligence than that of protest, you know. Then the soldiers that are supposed to defend their country, many of them, not say a good number of them, are in leagues with the richest in the society. You know, some of them are even in league with even those that are terrorists and weapons. So it is a failed state, a terrible state that Nigeria can definitely happen to any of us anytime. You know, Bola Ahmed Tinubu has failed and he has no intention to succeed. Anybody still waiting for him to do anything special, you will wait in vain. He has no intention to succeed and the people will continue to die and the governors will be continue to useless. I will tell the people to revolt in their numbers, shut down their community until they are forced to protect them. There's nothing wrong if soldiers are permanently deployed in some of these areas permanently, not the ones that go around and follow the president up and down, whereas they are vulnerable Nigerians that are suffering. So let me rest my case there. It's so sad, and I
It's
and I and I cooperate with the people that have lost their loved ones. There's nothing we can tell them but to tell them know that we are deeply sad of their condition.
all right. So I know, so you know what's they happen as from international community they push, you know, I don't know, they push. I don't want to say an agenda of Christian genocide, but now, in the shift of that conversation, Ahmed Sharif Alameri will be a political analyst from the United Arab Emirates, Muslim country. Don't say you don't say you focus on youth and cultural affairs. You don't rate Islam over waiting in the form of a systematic campaign of ethnic and religious violence targeting Christians in Nigeria. Now, in a statement shared on his ex handle, Alameri said Christian families are being slaughtered in their homes, churches, burned to ashes, and children executed for their faith. He described the attacks as methodical and coordinated, guided by an ideology that hides behind religion while promoting domination and the Yeram while promoting domination and destruction. Now, according to him, the perpetrators are connected to Islamist extremist movements such as Boko Haram and all that, driven by the same ideological current that once inspired the doctrines of the Muslim Brotherhood. Now, he said the killings are methodical, the targets are chosen, villages vanish under the same banners of fanaticism that were stained, that have stained other religions in fire. That's what you talk. Now, Ameri warned um, that the silence of the international community continues to embolden these groups. Boko Haram's leaders, quoting him now, have long echoed the same language of religious conquest that drives the Muslim Brotherhood global network, replacing worship with warfare and unity with fear. The silence of the world gives strength to these forces that feed on indifference and thrive in chaos. He prayed Nigerian Christians as people of peace who build, teach, and farm and worship despite facing relentless attacks. He said each burned church speaks of courage, each massacre reveals the world's failure to protect the innocent. He called on the global action. Alameri also declared that defending Nigeria's Christians is a defense of human dignity itself. Now somebody from an Islamic country talking about Christian genocide. Is this not troubling? At a time when it be say a lot of different US congressmen, senators, they lament, even UK parliamentarians, sorry, EU parliamentarians now don't they lament on the killing of Christians. But our government don't persistently they talk, say nothing like that they happen. Make I take your input. Then before I go straight to waiting, Sultan of Sokoto and Bishop Kukah talk about this same matter. What does it mean that someone from an Islamic country is saying this to Nigerian Christians?
So I want to be very, because I've been listening to this issue. It has, the discussion and the debate has been on for a while now,
Yes.
for a month, and why? Because Christians or politicians outside of Nigeria, especially in the US and the UK, were talking about this Christian genocide so much that it was trending. It was not discussed by Nigerians or by activists here, it was by them.
Yes.
And the government were reacting in different ways. We have to tell ourselves the truth, but
Mhm.
not part of the truth, the complete truth.
Okay.
There can be two truths in a statement or in an issue. There can be a truth and a lie. There
Hmm.
can be two lies. But in this case, there are two truths, which I'm going to explain so people don't get it twisted. There is a fact that Nigerians are being slaughtered every day.
Absolutely.
Pick, pick that
Irrespective
word,
of their religion,
Nigeria, irrespective of their tribe,
of
their
course.
religion, and their culture. It is a fact, and it is a truth. It is a truth. There's no need to explain to anybody that people are dying from Lagos to Kaduna to Jos to Edo from insecurity and from terrorists, from bandits. A lady was killed in Abuja. So it is a fact. But there's another fact, and that fact can be explained, that also people that identify as Christians are also being slaughtered in the country.
That's also a fact.
It's
If
also
you
a
look
fact.
at if you look at the statistics of the number of people where they die, you go know say Christians. If that's what you're driving at, because I mean, factually speaking, if you look
Mm,
at the statistics of the places where attacks they did the most and the numbers of the casualties, now mostly
mm,
Christians. That is not to say that Muslims don't die or they're not
mm,
attacked,
mm.
but the number
In
the most
fact,
is the Christian.
in fact, it can even be argued. It can even be argued. Oh, I can't hear you anymore.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, I can hear you now.
Right, go ahead.
It can even be argued that that of another religion is more. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I don't even want to. I don't even want to dwell on the numbers that is more. My reason is this: if we are talking about killings in the north, the Muslims in the north are more than the Christians in the north.
Okay, I think he's got the network downtime now. Okay, then I say in network don't disappear. Now, this whole thing they come at a time when we say international community, people across the world don't they complain, say there's a systematic killing of Christians in Nigeria and they don't liken them to a genocide of Christians just because of their faith. And at the time we say somebody hello, comrade, are you back? Go ahead.
Yes, I'm back. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, so I was saying I don't even want to dwell on the numbers. And why am I saying this? Naturally, the number of Muslims in the north are more than the number of Christians. So if terrorists are killing people in the north, naturally more Muslims will die. Not because the terrorists want to kill more Muslims, but because of the number of Muslims are already more.
No, 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 but no, Comrade Ayo, you may not be very correct in that. You know why? Because people go also argue with you.
Okay.
See, if you look at the north generally and the areas in north where we see most of this attack will happen. Now, mostly the Christian dominated areas of the north. For instance, in Borno State, do you know that Chibok community and a Christian community? Now, what people will tell you? Like most
Yes,
of
I'm
the
aware.
areas
I'm
that
aware.
happen. Now, Christian areas. You know what happened in Southern Kaduna during throughout El-Rufai regime? The
Yes,
number of
yes,
people
I'm
with
aware.
those people are Christians. So if you talk about the numbers in those people where they got in their large numbers, mostly not Christians. You know, talk about the
Okay,
Plateau,
okay, okay, okay,
you talk about
okay,
the
okay.
Bandits. Do
So
you
we can
understand?
we
If
can we
you
can
compare
we
the
can
rate
take
of
we
them,
can take the areas that is happening.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah, the reason is this. The reason is this. The reason why I'm going that route is this. Oh, I can't hear you anymore.
I can still hear you. I can hear you. I don't know
Okay.
if you
The reason why I'm going that route is this. I have not seen the statistics of Christians and Muslims that are dying. There's no statistics. But yes, we can have statistics of, when I mean, there's statistics of Christians, but there's no statistics of Muslims. I've
yes.
not seen. I've not seen that. Why that does not exist, I don't know. Aha. But yes, we can have the stats of areas. Like you have mentioned, Southern Kaduna suffered more than Northern Kaduna. It doesn't mean Northern Kaduna was not suffering. In Jos also, you realize that the Christian areas are not like Borno, Chibok.
It's not
But
about Christian area. Just itself is supposed to be a Christian state generally.
oh, okay,
You have
okay,
over
okay,
80% Christians. You know,
okay.
it doesn't like Plateau. What do they call them? Benue State too. They are mostly
Various.
only Christians. In fact,
Okay.
most of those Muslims, where people go tell you some of the Muslims and where they live there now, like now people will be say, so they complain for North for just say some of the communities where they chase them out from, they were renamed named, with to other tribe like Fufude language and all
Yeah.
that. So they can tell you that. Say most
Yes.
of them for just then the Christians.
Yes. So now, why those two, why those two truths exist? Our problem with the international community is that they always now want to just dwell on one
I
for their
agree.
own political reasons. You know, people are dying every day in Nigeria. You are not complaining. You are not shouting. You are not calling out the government in Nigeria. But suddenly you want to just take on that of Christians are dying. Christians are dying because of their own political gain, which is what we have problem with. But Nigerians need to accept that there's a fact and there's something factual going on in their country, that Nigerians are dying regardless of their tribe and religion. But also Christians are being killed. And I'll give an example. People went to a church in Ondo State or
Or what?
what, and shot them dead.
Cathedral.
Those are Christians being killed. They were not killed because there are no other people elsewhere. The gunmen could have gone elsewhere to go and shoot people, but they went to a church specifically, to kill people. So Christians are dying. Fathers or whatever they call them in the Catholic setting are being kidnapped almost every month, and they are killed. Churches are being attacked. So Christians are dying. Well, we should not see that statement that Christians are dying like we are trying to divide the country. No, that we are saying Christians are dying does not necessarily mean we are saying the entire Muslims are responsible. No. Or let's assume it is Muslims that are dying. We are not saying it's Christians that are responsible. No. We are saying the people that are carrying out these terrible acts all have Islamic tendency and using the religion for violence. Not necessarily that because of the religion want to be violent. Why would I say the religion don't want to be violent? Because I have Muslim friends, I have Muslim family that don't kill me, that are not interested in killing me, that don't shoot me. So of course, if I have Muslim friends and family that don't kill me, not interested in killing me, those that are using it for such are the one using it, not because of that religion wants you to kill anybody. So Nigerian government, what we want Nigerian government to do is to identify those challenges by themselves and define it by themselves, and don't allow it to be defined by the Westerners, because they are defining it for their own political gain. That is the problem. But if anybody come out and say in Nigeria that no, Christians are not dying, that is not, it's not a fact. That is totally wrong. The fact is that Nigerians are dying regardless of their tribe, religion, and culture. Christians are also dying in their numbers because of their religion.
Okay. Okay. Now, another angle to this conversation. Now, you just rounding up the people who will kill either the Muslims or the Christians. First of all, it is established that everybody or people with it connected to this killing of both Muslims and Christians, and people with it profess one particular faith. True or false? Whether you call them the armed headsmen, the headsmen we carry gun, we know their religion. Whether you call them the bandits, we know the religion. Whether you call them Boko Haram, we know their religion. So that now the next angle where these people they talk about too. Why does it have to be people from a particular religion killing people, whether of their own religion or other religion? Why is it so? If not Christians, for one reason or the other, they kill any other religion, people go also accept them like that. Will Nigeria be peaceful today? Will it be the way it is? That's the question people are asking. Nobody really ask this question. In fact, Ted Cruz, the US senator, raised that conversation. He say the people then when they kill them, Muslims. You understand? In fact, I think New York Post even made it worse that we not even talk about bandits and Boko Haram. We talk about Fulani herdsmen, armed Fulani herdsmen. Let me say armed because I mean not all Fulani or not all headers are killers, but the armed Fulani herdsmen. Then talk about say armed headers. They kill Nigerians, especially Christians, for their communities. While military they by the side, they watch. They didn't do anything. So if you look at that, and then of course we know, say, waiting with the domination of our military. We know a particular part of the country, geographical location of the country, geography of the country, that then dominates for the military. And waiting be their religion. So now waiting make people don't they talk like this. However, what do you think say be the real way where government supposed to attack this matter? Because the question, and I say, government, I don't want to say, people are saying, accusing the federal government of being in denial because of, say, the US, one, redesignates Nigeria as a country of particular concern. So they're not saying, oh, there's nothing like Christian killing of Christians in the country, that, oh, Muslims even die more. Or that no, everybody dies, whether Christians or Muslims. But in that conversation, you've not told Nigerians how you're even going to stop the killing, whether it is that of Christians or Muslims or anybody. You haven't
Yeah.
addressed. You're saying that the US is pushing a propaganda. And what is the statistics? Because these are people who even get your own statistics past you because you refuse to keep data. What will be the statistics of the people where they die? What will be their faith? Just like we've mentioned, vis-a-vis the faith of the other people where you say words pass. So what do you think is the best way the government would have handled this? Because almost every government handler now don't come out, they deny and say nothing like that. When you answer me, we will go straight to waiting so ofSokoto don't talk and waiting Bishop Kukah talk where they don't root the two of them now for the streets of social media. But let me take a reaction.
So basically, what government officials in Nigeria are doing, or always want to do, is to focus. Please, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well. Go ahead.
Okay, yes. Is to focus their own attention on the image of the country. But we have always told them, and will continue to tell them, you cannot call a kettle black. You know, you cannot call a dog a lion. You cannot call a chicken a dog. Everybody can see it. You are just deceiving yourself. So instead of looking at the challenge, solving that problem, presenting a solution or looking for a solution, they would rather sit down on trying to defend what is not. So now what are they trying to defend? They don't want Nigeria to be tagged as a country that is against a religion.
Yes.
That's what they are trying to do.
In fact, make I talk a little ice into the cake for you. In
Yeah.
doing that, yeah, or in even but pressing his point, Ted Cruz went ahead to talk about our constitution and our laws, how Sharia law they operated in 12 northern states.
Yes, yes.
Even though say you get Christians for those states, and even though Nigeria is a secular state, some people don't also talk about how it be say you have Quran, Islam mentioned in our constitution, but no mention of Christianity. How then are we a secular state? You know, so this time waiting people don't they mention the quick goal to you drive that agenda where they drive. So what do you think? Let me ask you, it is be the right way government is
But
supposed to it's based on all this evidence.
that question on the right response, I'm always I am can you hear me?
I can hear you very well.
That question on the right response, I'm almost not interested on answering it because these people cannot do it. I'm just going to waste my time. These people, they cannot do it. See, or all they are defending now on this propaganda is to make sure that they secure their votes. That's all they are doing. Everything is centered around winning election. We know, that this section of the country Don't joke with their religion. And for you to get their support, you have to make sure that you protect their religious values. So in Nigeria, people's religion is more important than our constitution. Rule of law is more important than our constitution. But you see, we that have ideology, activists, and all that, when we explain the situation, we always like to go completely and deep. That's why you see me, as I explain the condition of Nigeria, I also tell you the propaganda of the West too. They have their own problem. And what is their problem? Their problem is that people are dying in Nigeria everywhere, every day, in all things, but their own major focus is, why are this religion dying? Which is wrong. Which is wrong. Let we, by ourselves, let our religious leaders come up and say, let the pastor of, let's say, Mountain of Fire say, I lost my members in Kogi State, they were killed. I lost my members. Let them talk. Let them give us statistics by themselves. But why are they also not doing it? Like I said to somebody, they said Christians are dying in Nigeria. There's genocide of Christians. The most silent people were the men of God in Nigeria. Why? We shouldn't ask ourselves that question. Because they are also part of the politics. But the solution is simple. The solution is for the leaders to forget about whose religion and go after the criminals. If you go after the criminals, regardless of their religion, regardless of their faith, regardless of their culture, everybody will be safe, both Christians and Muslims. But we have a country where bandits are attending wedding ceremonies with their weapons protected by government, where soldiers and police are sitting down to have discussions with terrorists. How can anybody now be protected? So these people are not ready to solve the problem of insecurity. Our police has been infiltrated, they are corrupt. Shehu Kuti said it, that when he was in Panti, almost all the kidnappers had a policeman working for them that has been arrested. Almost all the kidnapping groups. I was trying to help rescue someone that was kidnapped in Edo State. When we called soldiers that come and assist, immediately we dropped the call. In 3 minutes time, the kidnappers called us to tell us that, so you are calling soldiers. How did they know?
How did they know?
Oh yes, the answer is clear. And what did the soldier say? He said it's not his decision, he's not interested, he cannot do it. So we have a country where the government rather will protect some people so that they can get votes instead of solving the issue of insecurity. That is the problem that we have. That people are dying and they do not care. So when there is now noise that one religion is dying, one religion is dying, they can now make noise. I was correcting a special advisor of the media and all that, trying to, the statistics continue to get me irritated. We are doing statistics of who is dying more, Muslim or Christian. Is that your work? Is that your work as the special?
But Comrade AY, the
Yes.
president knew all of this problem and he promised he was going to handle it. Where the promise when me?
Anybody that listens,
I mean, President Bola Tinubu himself, he made promises that we handle. Even Shetima tell us, say, oh, he will handle security, president will handle this. So they promised security, safety. What is going on?
Tinubu is not a president, he's a pest.
How do you mean?
Since he became a so-called president, what has been happening to Nigeria? They have been sucking your blood. He's a pest. And if Nigerians don't get rid of the pest destroying their life will continue to be destroyed. These people do not have the solution. Remember Muhammad Buhari, the general, 8 years, I will clear security, Oshibajo will focus on economy. Same thing. Nothing was done. Look at this time now, they cannot solve it. And why? I've told you the reason. Their life is centered about the fact that they want to win elections. And anybody that will make sure that their votes are protected with guns, cutlass, they will babysit them.
All right. So,
All the violent people in this country are respected, from terrorists to Boko Haram to thugs, all the violent people. And I want to tell Lagosians that the thugs in Lagos are also terrorists too. They are also terrorists. What is terrorism? Terrorism is inflicting fear and terror on people with weapons of mass destruction. Terror can lead to your death, or terror can lead to fear. In Lagos, you are afraid. On your streets, you cannot vote properly. So you have terrorists in Lagos in form of thugs. You have terrorists in southeast in form of bandits and kidnappers. You have terrorists in the north in form of Boko Haram bandits, Fulani men, bandits and kidnappers. All are terrorists, and all these people are respected by your government, because these are the people that protect their votes. If they are interested in stopping insecurity, everybody will be safe. So they don't care if any terrorist group have any agenda. That's not their business. As long as it's not their father and mother, their family or their friends that are dying, they will continue to speak English to paint their country as is safe. But Nigeria is not safe for anybody.
all right. So, comrade, let's quickly get into another conversation. So, as at yesterday, the Sultan of Sokoto made the call again. Not be the first time they don't call, make that call, but he made the call again for the regulating of social media, tasking President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to do something about regulating social media. As at today now, Incon make another statement. Now, he don't talk, say that Nigeria has not witnessed, say Nigeria never witnessed any act of genocide at all against any group, whether like Christian or Muslim or anybody at all. Say nobody, no genocide at all will happen for Nigeria. In talk this one for inside declaration on Tuesday for Birnin Gwari during the opening ceremony of the Northern Traditional Rulers Assembly meeting for 2025. According to the Sultan, he said there is no way someone, whether a Muslim or a Christian, can be killed without the knowledge of the traditional rulers of the community where such a person belongs to. I challenge anyone, either within the country or abroad, to provide evidence of any genocide in Nigeria, where, who, and how it happened. That's what you add. So this one don't raise a lot of outcry. You know, people come to tell us, excuse me, yeah, water, almost 300 people died. They were burnt inside their houses alive. Sorry, what is that called if it's not genocide? Now the question we people they ask. The Christmas Day bombing, for instance, for 2023 for Plateau State, people burned them for their churches. What did they call that one? Not be genocide. Against what group? And for the Sultan to say this. So people have started jumping on this. In fact, make I give evidences of it people they talk. But I don't know why Nigerians are social media users. People they don't respect our Sultan. Now, Nigerians can't they remind them of the things that we've been done talk in the past. For instance, they remind them when they talk, say, you fight Almighty Allah when you fight Boko Haram. When they talk this one in the past. You remember this statement, comrade? Good. So Nigerians they don't begin reminding different things and when don't talk. So how would you, say we not blame you, we not expect you to even talk say there's a genocide. After all, who be the waiting be the problem, waiting be the religion of those who they perpetrate this genocide. Should be that people will be say you be sympathize with. So I mean now people not started raising this. Say Nigeria Sultan of Sokoto condemns Boko Haram crackdown. People started digging out this and tell them, say, okay, maybe this is the reason why you do not believe that there is a genocide of any sort in Nigeria happening at all. But that is not all, because Bishop Kukah too don't come out, come talk. He talk say, Catholic, yeah, he talk say, in fact, he tell the United States, make them know, we designate Nigeria as a country of particular concern over religious freedom. In one say, such a move would hurt ongoing efforts to promote dialogue, national healing, and interfaith understanding under the Tinubu administration. In no talk say genocide no dey but it say if you do am, say it go promote, say it go stop the wetin they don't do to promote dialogue, the national healing, say it no go happen again. And then immediately people also started reminding him his own receipt. Say these days, this one are Gen Z's these days, and known as they use behave. So immediately people started reminding him of what he had said in the past. You can see some examples where he did say, killing Christians only affects your point you know, it's, yeah, killing Christians only offense, not punished. When we say no only the killing of Christians will offense, we need the punishment of them. They started giving him receipts of what he said in the past. And then people now remember that, oh, wait a minute, he got an appointment from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Could that be the reason why he has not changed his music? Tinubu appoints Kukah, Kaduna Federal University Pro Chancellor. People now said, okay, we get your point. So they now appoint you now. It was just as nearby as 2023. He was talking about the killing of Christians. We never take. You can see this one is 2021. Kukah to US Congress. Every is helpless, uninterested in dealing with decisively with bandit insurgency. So if you go fit talk all of this one and even mention the killing and all that, why is it that now you don't want to mention it? So Nigerians, the Nigerians don't let even our bishop, they don't let them rest. They begin to have seen now. So okay, so let me take the reaction to these conversations of the Sultan and of Bishop Kukah and of the people where they
For
bring against us.
the Sultan, I don't even think he deserves any response. People should have just left him alone.
Why?
Because of course the man is living in another universe. The man is I don't know, maybe he drinks, I don't know. The
That's
man is
Sultan,
the,
sir.
the Sultan. See all these things. We just give them names that are someone that has a kind of it's like a king in the north, right? He's supposed to respect his position. That is the meaning of traditional rulers. People that will speak for their people, that will respect. People are dying in your backyard, but because you want to speak in favor of the government, you just come and you talk because you have one big turban on your head. You are a human being. There's nothing special about you. People just give you position. It doesn't deserve any response. It does not. Traditional rulers are people that are supposed to be binding the country together, make things work for the country, speak what is right, protect their people, make sure that people are not dying like chickens. But these ones, I'm not just even talking about the traditional rulers, this particular one alone. The uppers in Lagos are the chief land grabbers, drug dealers, illegal miners. Do you know how many uppers in Nigeria have been arrested abroad this year alone? The people that are becoming these traditional rulers these days are irresponsible people. So I don't even want to talk about them. So Nigeria should just have been looking at him because it doesn't deserve a response. It does not. If you open your mouth and say there's no genocide in Nigeria, you are heartless. Your Sultan is a heartless person. There was a December in this country on a Saturday night when they slaughtered people in Maduguri. They cut off their head one after the other and they placed it there. 200 people. We all stood up and went to our religious center on Sunday the next morning. I was irritated. Different killings. Is it Jos we're talking about? Is it Benue this year that they even had to protest? Is it Kaduna during Rufai's time that has started again now? Is it Zamfara? These are the people that should be the mouthpiece of their people. But no, they will speak with so much confidence, thinking that because of the turban on your head, you are not going to be responded to. You are a human being, please, Mr. Man. You are a human being. The position was given to you by the people, and you are not representing them. So shame on them. But bigger shame on the government. Because it is the government or the governor or the CP or whoever is in charge of security that's supposed to respond to that. No, Sultan, don't do that. You are not in charge of statistics of crimes. We are the one. And there have been genocide. What is the meaning of genocide? Where over 5 to 10 people are slaughtered for no reason. That's the meaning. It doesn't have to even be 400. Same thing with massacre. But no, they are silent also. Because the Sultan, they need support of Sultan to win election. For Kukah, whatever, it's a disgrace, of course. Since he got appointment, his mouth has been silent. And when he now managed to talk, he's trying to be politically correct. It is a fact, and Nigerians should go and note this. that Nigerians are dying in their numbers. It is also a fact that in the north, Christians are being killed. What is not a fact is that, and we need to state it very clearly, that Christians are not being killed because a religion asks them to go and kill people. If a religion asks them to go and kill people, all Muslims that you know will be killing everybody. It is those people that are using the religion as a tool to be committing murder. Unfortunately, we don't have a country that is working where the government can go decisively against criminals. They rather arrest the Omo Elisha that is protesting, or lock Nnamdi Kanu up that was talking on radio or on Twitter, or come after protesters that are planning a protest. Bandits are babysitted, they are negotiated with, they are attending weddings, branding their weapons, you know, and enjoying themselves. Same with thugs in Lagos. Everything goes to the government. If we have a government that is working, it's going to be the IGP that will shut up that Sultan and say, no, Sultan Sokoto, don't say that. We have genocide and we have been going after those that have been killing our people and we're going to get them. But no, the IG cannot respond because is he also interested in solving insecurity? Of course not. So, but I call out to the people. That is when you know that Nigeria is getting better. When the people from that Sokoto themselves are the ones speaking against their Sultan, that, oh, you Sultan, you are a liar, then we'll see that Nigeria is getting better. But as long as they are also looking and aligning to speak lies over the people that have died because he has a big turban on his head, then shame on all of us. And the blood of those that have died for no reason is upon everybody that are silent on these cases.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So let's get into political conversations now very quickly. But before we enter political conversation, make I ask you, what do you think about the latest development about Nnamdi Kanu case, where he is poised to defending himself right now, and then he don't name some heavy wigs as people will be say the witnesses. And it's a bit funny to people say, you name all these people then. Name people like Governor Sonwolu, Governor of Imo State, name Burutai, he named quite a lot of people as witnesses for inside in defense. How you take see this one and how you take see this twist where they happen for Namdekan case? As
It
if
is
it's
it's straightforward. I hope you can hear me.
I can.
First of all, they I can't hear you anymore, but I think you can still
I
hear
can
me.
hear you. I can hear you very well.
Okay, so first of all, they proscribed IPOB as a terrorist group. Fulani men have been doing a lot of aki panky. They left them alone, but they quickly proscribed IPOB as a terrorist group so that they can say Nnamdi Kanu is leading a terrorist organization. But IPOB has a meaning, has leaders that are known, indigenous people of Biafra. The reason why their local leaders are now hiding is because they hunted them like animals just because they were declaring Biafra, locked them in gulags, DSS custody, many of them for years, you know, and you arrested Nnamdi Kanu illegally, you kidnapped him actually, all the way from Kenya. You attacked him in his home, making him to flee for his life, and you have now refused to even do a proper trial. When a Supreme Court of this country said Nnamdi Kanu should be released in 2021, 2022, they refused to obey the court of law. But these same people is telling people that are protesting for Nnamdi Kanu's release to go back to that same court, that the case is in court. But you refuse to obey the Supreme Court order that asks you to release it. For then the lawyer that said we are not going to leave this issue alone, they have been finding a way to deal with him for years. And the arrest of Alloy, Barrister Alloy,
Yes, Ejimako.
Nnamdi Kanu's brother,
It's not cancelled, by the way.
yes, it was intentional. It's not, it was not. You said?
I said now in lead counsel now. Go ahead.
Come again.
I said Aloy Jima.
Yes, intentional. Yes, it was intentional that you have the boldness to be being the lawyer of Nnamdi Kanu that want him to be underground forever, to even die in jail. You know, will deal with you, and that's why he was arrested. Also, to make the struggle to now focus on getting them out instead of maintaining the tempo of the protests. As at now, everybody will be interested in releasing them because and all that, instead of focusing on mobilizing more and hitting the streets. But for the people that Kanu has called for weakness, of course, Olaide Sanwo-Olu should come and tell the court how he know that Kanu was the one that burned down Lagos, as they have been lying for years. You know,
You
the
mean
one in
because of
Imo too,
injuring and
all their
suspect?
lies and their claims. Oh yes, that's the lie. That's the lie that they keep claiming. You know, so that is why they are wicked. So they should come. They do not have case. That is the truth. A case of fighting for a better another country or another cannot be tried. What happened to Ojukwu? He fled when they were coming after him, and he came back. You cannot take such case to court. You cannot take such case to court. And Nnamdi
Okay.
Kanu did not even do what Ojukwu did. He did not carry weapon. He was just talking on a radio station. Talk less of Ojukwu that they went into war. So this case cannot be tried. It's impossible. Governor Sanwo-Olu should prepare to go and attend the court judgment.
He's
The one in
preparing.
Imo should also prepare and the rest.
All
Yeah.
right. So
And they
just
must be
very
there.
quickly, just very quickly, a few more cases I like us to touch because I'm not going to forget. I want more talk about INEC issue, but before we get to INEC, this particular case, if I forget them, I know go like them. The House of Representatives has resolved to investigate the 460 million million Chinese loan obtained to finance the Abuja closed circuit television CCTV project, originally designated to enhance security across the Federal Capital Territory. But the bill, I said, it's no security enough. Now, this followed the adoption of a motion of urgent national importance moved by Honorable Amo Bioga, LP, Abia State, during plenary today, Wednesday. In his motion, Oga recalled that the administration of former President Goodluck Jonathan initiated the CCTV project to improve surveillance, aid law enforcement, and curb criminal activities within Abuja. He explained that in 2010, the then Minister of Finance, Dr. Olusegun Aganga, led a federal government delegation to Beijing, China, to sign a memorandum of understanding (MOU) with ZTE Communications of China. The firm awarded the contracts for the project. The lawmaker noted that the project was financed through a 460 million US dollars loan from the China Exim Bank, drawn from a 600 million US dollars credit facility extended to Nigeria as a soft loan, repayable over 10 years after a 10-year grace period. Oga expressed concerns that despite the significant investment and continued repayment of the loan, the CCTV project is yet to be delivered. In fact, is nowhere to be found. The expected result, of course, is yet is not. You can't even feel it within the city of Abuja. He observed that the incidents of insecurity have persisted in Abuja, underscoring the need for accountability regarding the project's execution and effectiveness. Now, a lot of people they talk say, wait, if we probe this one, how many more projects? Remember, say, for instance, this particular administration now, we don't take different loans to carry school children, girl children, go school. We take loan for them. So different people don't take loan for. Is it not time that we actually, is it not be waiting if we say National Assembly is supposed to do? They check waiting the executive they use most of those laws that they take. This one as far back as Jonathan administration. But how about the ones that happened during Buhari administration and this administration? Shouldn't they be calling for such probes?
So the National Assembly do not do any proper legislative work. What they do is to negotiate for themselves. As simple as that. So they cannot do anything special. They just negotiate. So oga, this project will approve am for us. So we give you this. So but we are not starting the project yet. Once senator has been bribed, we move the motion and they approve it, they move. So that's basically what they do. There's nothing. These guys are jokers. They are mediocre. Assuming if there was a death penalty for oh shit.
Sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear you. I don't know if you can hear me, but I can hear you. I can very well hear you, comrade, if you can hear me. Okay, so while we wait for him to get back, just to get him back to that case with Nnamdi Kanu, in him about 23 witnesses were inside the case. According to the document ABC released, plenty of them. Governor Kwopo Zodinma of Imo State, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu of Lagos State, and the former governors David Umahi of and Okize Ikpeazu of Abia and Ebonyi State, and Nyesom Wike, who is now the Minister of SCT. All of them follow for witnesses. The list also involves top security figures such as Lieutenant General Tuka Yusuf Burutai, former Chief of Army Staff, Ahmed Rufai Abubakar, former Director General of the National Intelligence Agency NIA, and Yusuf Magaji Bichi, Director General of the Department of State Services DSS. The witness categories, the list follows a direct of the federal government, a directive rather of the federal court made on October 16, 2025, ordering Kanu to open his defense. So he himself can't use annoyance, open his defense. Can't list out people who say these people are people will be say go can't answer for waiting be say I do. Then be witnesses to anything we be say I won't talk right now. And the lawyers are supposed to cross-examine these witnesses. But would these people actually tender themselves as witnesses? That's a question maybe say everybody they ask. But just before I open the phone lines, because phone lines are they open very shortly, we're gonna begin talk on our mind for inside the conversation. There are a few more stuffs I would just like to point out very quickly as we, yep, um, as we all right then. All right. So there are a few stops. I've already pinned the details, so you can join in the conversation very quickly. So you need a few more things. So I would like me to also put I now the government again. I don't know if you've rejoined me. Okay, Comrade Ayo is back here. Let's see if I can quickly take his. I think his network is really. Comrade Ayo, sorry, your network the worry well. Oh yeah, make a quickly.
My this were my it was even my device that went off this time around. It was not the network.
Sorry, so make a quickly take your mind on a few more
It was my
things.
device.
And I don't know whether you hear that gossip. What don't talk say the federal government, Tinubu administration, don't perfect plan to rig the 2027 election. And one of the plan, now the promise will be saying in make to southern governors. The promise now say made them support them. Like scratch my back, I scratch your back. No matter what you want. Those one want second tenor, it will give them. And that's why you see a lot of them the camping to yeah. And then the governors on their own, we heard according to that leaked memo, said that the governors on their own said that we no go fit trust you like that. For us to trust you, make it be say all elections. You know, since governorship elections suppose hold after presidential election. They can't say no. Instead, make governorship election and presidential all elections hold the same day so that we go feel no see all of us the struggle, the battle each other together. Now, the bill for elections to hold same day don't pass second reading. Do you think that this confirms that gossip?
Of course, Tinubu is doing everything to make sure that he doesn't lose 2027. And Bola Ahmed Tinubu does not have any character or any moral. Like Tinubu does not operate in any moral. He's ready to go dirty to be in power. He doesn't. There's no moral involved. So whatever it takes, he will do. First, he has increased the allocation of the states, not to better the life of the people in the state, but so that the governors can be happy. You know, that's one thing he has done. And he's promising them whatever they want individually. That is why many of them are decamping to his party.
So
Then
you
the
believe
one
that that rumor may be true?
of course, it's true. It's true. See, it's the truth, and there's even more. In fact, already APC have started campaigning. I know the one of Lagos. They have started campaigning in their lands. The man is so desperate that he does not even think that he can wake up tomorrow that he's planning the election which can even not even be available anymore. That is how desperate. But this is what we want to say to Nigerians. There are 200 million Nigerians, over 80 million registered voters. The people that come out to vote, go and check Tinubu's result 2023. It was lower than the result of 2003 election. So the people that come out to vote are not even up to 1%, or let's just say 2% of the number that are eligible to vote. Nigerians, if you are tired of Tinubu, as we are all completely tired of Tinubu, if you come out and vote, no matter is he keep hanking with governors, no matter whatever he's doing the day and all that, and stand on your vote, fight for your vote, you will lose and you will kick him out. But are your governors as selfish, as crook as Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and also planning for him? Of course, that's what's going on. He's ready. Even if you are PDP, Tinubu is ready to sacrifice any of his political party members in those lower cadre for just his own position. He's ready. As long as that governor does what he wants and make sure that the election is channeled towards his success. So it is all happening. But the question should be that what is going to be the reaction of Nigerians? Is Nigeria going to
I was
accept
going
that
to ask that
method of
question because
voting?
as that thing leak, this one now can't they happen. I mean, they just passed that bill for second reading. And Nigerians are just people just they look like say you not even concern them. After hearing that, is it that what's wrong with us?
Ah, for the
They
question
happen.
of what's wrong, for the question of what's wrong with us. Now, wow. So answer that question. A lot is wrong with us anyway. Religion is part of the problem. Our education is part of the problem. What do they teach our people in school? They'll tell you choose your mentor. People will be saying my mentor is Buhari, my mentor is Obasanjo. The people that ruined your country, those are the people that say. So why do you expect that such people will grow up to fight against all these people? Our religion also teaches us. Look at what that Sultan of Sokoto is saying now. Why there is not being tackled very well is because religion is told them to accept whatever that their leader says, no matter what. You know, Religion will teach you to be praying for crooks. Pray for your leaders, even the one that are crooks. So all these things are a factor. And also, not that some Nigerians are not fighting, many are fighting. And also, the fact that poverty has also affected the minds of people. So people are on a survival mode. That whatever it takes, me, I just survive. Everybody that dies, dies. So those three things I think is really affecting us. But I know and I believe that Nigerians are going to break out of it. And it's not going to be our own style of revolt, because our own style of revolt is the English and placard speaking style, policies and ideology. There'll be a style of revolt that the politicians will be begging us to beg the protesters, but we will not allow them to revolt on how fed up they have become. So the question of what's wrong with us is deep, but that's just the little answer I can give. But
All
we
right.
fight.
All right.
Yes.
So another part of amendment we they make now the fact say they now seek to make INEC ensure say INEC provide the burden of proof for inside any election petition. For inside this an additional amendment
Why,
to
why,
the
why,
electoral
why,
act.
why
This
are
is
we
the
focused on petition?
yes.
Why are we not focusing on having a election that will work? Is it difficult to conduct election? I am precious. Is it
So
difficult for people to
that we
vote
expected for add
and you
things
can't
like
give us results?
compulsory transmission of results and all that to make for a more transparent process. They don't add those ones. Rather, they look at
Not,
okay,
nothing, nothing, Nothing will come out. Nothing will come out of all these things. Absolutely, they will not even use it. I'll be part of election. I'm part of election myself. In the Lagos State local government election, there's a rules that if you carry ballot box in this place, the LISEC now have the power to rerun the election and recount until they declare result. They did not do it in Lagos despite all the ballot box that was snatched. So all these rules, you don't have people with political will to even do them. It will not yield any result, nothing. It is just survival mode. Everybody's on survival mode. So the one that will steal, the one that all these things are, do you see that they are not focused on how election can be free and fair? The Senate are not saying it with so much political will at the chambers that INEC must give us a free and fair election or you'll be sacked tomorrow. Neither is the presidency. The presidency in 2025, the president is still the one appointing an INEC officer. Or in an election that he will also be involved. And it's Tinubu that paying the salary. How will you not work for Tinubu? So we are not yet serious people. All those guys, 108 senators, they're just bunch of jokers, useless, wasting women, wasting our taxpayers' money, doing nothing. We had a Senate house in this country, at least from 99. David Mark, Ekeriwe Madu, all those people. Nothing has come out of all those senators. Nothing. So Nigerians should not bother themselves about all those things. Nigerians should focus on how they can lead the streets as soon as possible to put an end to all this mess that we are in.
All right, thank you so much. Make I just I take a few calls and then I let you off the hook. Oh, good evening, TY Danjiba. Phone lines are open, Nigerians. By the way, just feel free to jump in the conversation. Right, 0817 029 4077. That's the number to call to be part of the conversation. Please ensure that you do so. 0817 029 4077. TY, go ahead, please, sir.
Good evening, Precious,
Good evening, sir.
and good evening, your guest,
Thank you. My guest can hear you.
and greetings to our viewers. First of all, let me let you know that I just I came in and I saw a package for the. That's what you see here.
Yeah, wait. Let me
That
see.
is
Eh?
that is the that is
Uh-uh.
the
Wait,
that
now
is
see
the
how they rap like that.
yes, that is a very
Hey,
well wrapped package for the suya. So I have not opened it yet. I just make I hold on, make I show
I
you so
like
that
the
you do not.
updates when they give me for updates. It's precious. I'm,
So
I'm enjoying it. I like the updates. That's
so
good.
this is real. Not
Very good.
be not be not be wayo, na real and well packaged and it's FedEx.
Wow.
So you are safe when you do business with the guy.
Oh, that's
But maybe
cute.
hopefully tomorrow I will give you the result of
I cannot wait to see the results. In fact, I got a package too. They sent a package from US to me, and I can't wait to also receive it. They sent for
good.
Priscilla, now you go receive on Friday. You go there to give a testimony on how the thing tastes. Welcome.
That's great. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that said, this it is unfortunate that we are at this stage where other countries are talking about technology, AI, and things that will uplift their countries. We are talking about things like genocide and killing people and so on and so forth. And the government is spending money to go abroad to go and lobby countries and so on. That there's no genocide in Nigeria, in the country. It's a big shame. It's a big shame if you can spend that kind of time and money, on such an issue. The question is, what is genocide? What is genocide? Now, I looked up the definition, and this is Google. Now, they give me this definition. It says the deliberate and systematic destruction in whole or in part of an ethnic, racial, religious, or national group. So, do we have that in this country? Is there a deliberate and systematic destruction?
Hmm.
And my answer is yes. Now, how do I support this? When the president went to Benue, because you need to hear from the people who are being attacked. What are they saying? Within they talk. how then they feel, because not them they get. I mean, you brought somebody from your water, this lawyer, and he
Yes.
spoke extensively in the US, and he spoke extensively, gave us a picture of what is happening there, the involvement of the military, what they do and what they haven't done, the security agencies, the intel and so on, where they give, and how some of these things, how they don't come to their response. Even when they pinpoint areas where these people they and give them intel as to when and how they're going to attack. Right now, there's intel that I think DSS just giving some intel that is
Yes.
it on Kogi and some other
In
areas.
Osun State, yes. In fact,
Yes.
APC and PDP they use and get problems. Sir.
Every time this intel is given, nothing happens. They don't come. In most cases, they don't show up, and these people are massacred. You take away their guns. You don't want them to defend themselves, but you don't disarm the people who are attacking them. So, and then when they come, they massacre them. Nothing. Even the president, when he went to Benue, he could not, because of flood, just flood, common flood. He could not go down there to the president of the nation could not go down to see the heinous, to get first-hand information and of the heinous crime where they commit there. First of all, he said it was sectarian crisis. I mean, crisis between
Ethnic crisis.
yes, before the tortive, the professor told him that, listen, what is happening to my people is not ethnic crisis. So it is violence. I mean, it is genocide. Tortif said that to him. Genocide. These are the people who are feeling it. Tortif said this is genocide. And Benue is about 90% Christian. So if you are targeting those people, Autumn kept on talking and talking and talking and talking. They plucked somebody's eyes and said, go and show Autumn. They cut somebody's limbs and said, go and show Autumn.
Wow.
Nothing was done. The man kept on crying and shouting and shouting and shouting. What did the authorities do? So if you want to know whether it's genocide, go and meet the people, go to the areas of people where they have this devastation and ask them, who are the people killing you? They are not Christians killing Christians. They are Muslims killing Christians. They take their land, drive them away. Now, if you ask, Khan also has spoken concerning it. Khan called it genocide against Christians. That's what Khan said. And you will see pastors. El Buba said it's genocide. He is from the Northeast.
But just like Comrade Ayo talk. Now, what be the interest of the US community when they raise this thing? What be their interest? Why it
No,
basically not be now with this killing they start for Nigeria. So why this interest now? But before you respond to me, make I quickly just take this call, sir. Adi come. Hello, good evening and welcome. Hello. Hello.
Good evening, Precious.
Welcome. Oh, hi, Daniel. That's you.
Yes.
Welcome. Let's just make it. Comrade Ayo, make I let you go now. Make I let you go. I see say you don't dig it down. Comrade Ayo, can you hear me? And let me just let him off. All right, go ahead, please.
Yes, I want to comment a little about what the Sultan said.
Mm-hmm.
And I expect that it should not surprise every Nigerian, because if you follow his antecedent right from I think 1998 thereabout till date. I hope you know the work in which he was doing before they made him the Sultan.
Remind us now.
In 2006.
Remind us.
So he was a brigadier general.
Okay.
Yes, and he was attached to work with Pakistan and other countries like Iraq and Saudi Arabia and Afghanistan. And I expect you that you must have heard about Benghazi.
Yes, of course. Go ahead.
So you should not expect much from somebody like that, because he will definitely like to protect his people. And these are some of the reasons why I'm always saying that it's very important for Tinubu to understand what is going on. If not only Tinubu, a lot of persons, even the Kukah, that is busy trying to defend his stomach infrastructure. I pray Nigeria will survive and will survive it. But they should understand that these things are not just normal. These people are working every day, tirelessly, placing their people in different aspects of the government, especially even in this thing, what do you call it, High Court in Abuja, placing their children there. But a lot, even just somebody that just graduated from law school, is one of the big judges there now. And his father is one among the most prominent person in terms of when you talk about number one leader in Islam, in Adamawa. His father is there, he's the number one. The country have to be very careful and understand what is going on. We mustn't allow our military system or infrastructure to be captured totally. People have to start, especially Tinubu. I'm surprised that I don't know, but I wish he had one or two persons that can be telling him the truth so that they'll forget about politics. Everything is not all about politics. If you know that your people will be wiped out maybe in 2 years' time, they have to be very, very careful. Nigeria, imagine what, I wish, just ask ChatGPT about the Sultan of Sokoto. What was his attachment, defense attachment to Pakistan? What he did, ChatGPT will even tell you. This thing is in the open. But again, some of these persons have already been there. They understand the system so well, right from 2006 that they have been working. I say 2006, almost around 1998 till date, till now. Imagine how they must have placed some of their people that maybe in the next coming years there will be the overall heads in all this system. The country has to be very careful. We cannot be blind when things are open. If you finish, go and do more research about him. Even ChatGPT will tell you. So these are some of the things in which I just want to put out. Kukah is there. Let him enjoy. Maybe at the end of the day, God will still
Thank you. Thank you.
But I wish him all the best.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Hello, good evening and welcome, sir.
Hello, Precious.
Sir?
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you, sir. Welcome. What's your name, sir? Where are you calling from? What's your name?
My name is Chief Tori Kingsley Manedo.
You're welcome,
Calling
sir.
from US.
You're welcome, sir. Go ahead.
The issue being discussed. There are sacred cows in Nigeria, like Sultan or Sokoto. Whenever anything happens now that affects the Boko Haram, he will talk. But if it is any other place, he cannot talk. The only people they face is the Igbos in Nigeria. Look at the protest of Showore yesterday. Among all the people arrested, no other tribe was involved except the Igbos. So the injustice happening in Nigeria must continue to go bad until they do the right thing.
Thank you.
And the right thing is to give Igbo man his position.
Thank you, sir.
If not that, so many calamity will be falling Nigeria.
All right,
Tinubu is not interested in history. He's interested in 2027 to be the president. The one is already in there. He's doing nothing because he has nothing to offer. He doesn't know what to do. It's a very crazy situation.
I appreciate you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. God bless you too. Thank you. Good evening and welcome. Very quickly, sir. Welcome, sir.
Good evening, Charles here.
Mr. Charles, you're welcome, sir.
Yeah, so let me just say something.
Okay.
You know, we need to ask ourselves three things. Who is a Nigerian? What qualifies me to be a Nigerian? And what are the benefits of being a Nigerian?
That second question, that jump question.
No. We need to ask ourselves these questions. Because every coup in Nigeria has the endorsement of the Sultan.
Ah, that's an
Yes,
accusation.
I'm saying it with all alacrity. Sultan is like a demigod in the other part of Nigeria. And you look at the army insignia, it's written with Arabic words, not English, Arabic. We are in trouble in this country. And it's so painful that our religious leaders in the southern parts are compromised. Traditional rulers are compromised. And that is why now the bill has been passed. I don't know why it has been passed. I don't know. They said they want to make the Sultan and the Oni of Ife as the only supreme leaders in Nigeria.
Well, I never hear much about them again. The bill I said they never pass them.
I just hope they don't pass it. Or they will pass it. I don't know. You know, so until we decide who is a Nigerian, what qualifies to be a Nigerian, and what benefit do I have as a Nigerian before we can move forward. We need to come into unison and deliberate on that issue very well. If not, we better break up this country. Simple and plain. We cannot have first-class citizen, second-class citizen in your own country. I've got 3 boys working for me from Benue. They're in my house right now, my farm workers. Their own villages has been ransacked by foreign terrorists, compromised by the military men. The military men will go to their houses, take their guns and everything. Foreign men will come in there and destroy all of them, kill their people. As I'm telling you, they don't have father, they don't have mother. They brought their sisters and brothers to my house and feeding them, taking them to school for free of charge. So we have a problem in this country. Until we come together as one, southern part of Nigeria, we cannot go any headway. This thing has been an orchestrated thing from a long time. Buhari hand is all these things that happen.
Oga, calm down now. You never reached that level now to accuse a past president, sir.
Because if you're saying calm down, my boy, the boy.
Sorry.
It is pain. Is this in Nigeria we're going to be for our generation yet unborn? There's no future for these kids. Nothing. We just came to this country, we saw, we go away. Nothing to show. For how long? Sultan will give. Do you know that Sultan was going to have 5 oil wells in the southern part of Nigeria?
No, now that's an accusation. You can't be sure.
He's got 5 oil wells in Nigeria, and that is why when the black guy, he quickly come to the border court to Liberia to cement his position. We know this is, but a time of reckoning is coming very, very soon, where everybody head will scatter. Carry what you want to carry, liberate ourselves. It's time. We cannot live like this forever. No. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Please, everything where the caller talk now in personal opinion, because see why Danjuma, are you there? Did you hear those things?
Yeah, Precious, you asked me a question, but you see, there are the reason why people they talk about genocide. Nigeria has to face its problem. They have to be realistic. When the Tortif said that is genocide against his people, why they not make this noise? What did they do? There are places in this country where churches cannot have a C of O for their land. There are places where you can't build churches. You are not allowed to build churches in this same country. Okay? There are places, priests have been targeted, killed, churches have been attacked, congregants killed, priests killed, kidnapped. Some of the major areas have been attacked, whether it's southern Borno, southern Kaduna, whether it's in the Middle Belt. Those are areas that are predominantly dominated by Christians. And this thing started from those areas. Now, it's true, yes, that other people are being killed, that Muslims are being killed, and so on and so forth. But the issue that we're talking about, is there really genocide? Yes, there is. And what has the government done? I'm not going to say that the government has a policy of exterminating Christians. No, that one I wouldn't
But
say.
the government themselves say no genocide now. Even Sultan, you're what he talk. Say, in fact, no genocide of any particular group at all.
But the people who are being killed are telling you that there's genocide against them. We see the way they are being massacred. Let the government prove that there's no genocide. Has the government defended them? What has the government done to protect those people? What has the government? The government has been on. In fact, there are even agents in the military who are also being fingered as being complicit. Because when they give them information, they don't come. They disarm those people. Okay? They don't do what they're supposed to do. So when you see all these things, and you have embassies here, They see what is being, what is happening. They hear reports from people. They go to those areas, and I mean, you heard the person where Reno Mokri bring,
Yeah, bro.
where disgrace her. You heard what he said. So why are they worried that the outside world is telling them what's happening in their country? Why the issue be that there's no genocide? Why should that be? Are they killing people? Yes, there's massive killing. Massive killing. Now, if you do they have a statistic who are being killed? Do we have a statistics? If they have the statistics, let them bring it out and show who are most affected. The IDPs are there. Have they done? Have they gone there to carry out in a census of those who are there and find out whether which ethnic they dominated there, which religious group they there. They should go there find out. So what is their proof to say that there's no genocide? What is the evidence? All the evidence that we have point to the fact that the people who have been exterminated, driven away from their land taking, replaced, renamed, we have all those, there are all those, this way would they hear. It's all over there. People complaining that they have not been in their village or in their town for over 10 years. Some other people have taken over the place, renamed the place. What has government done? So when people say that there's a deliberate policy to exterminate a particular maybe ethnic group or religion and so on and so forth, the government has and can't fault it because they don't have any proof to counter that. They don't. They don't. How can some people be allowed to be carrying arms and then some other people are not allowed to be carrying arms? What's the justification for that? What's the justification? Some people are beheaded. Some people are stoned to death. Some people are condemned to death because they defended themselves. If you look at it, the balance of justice, if you look and put it on the scale, you find that it's tilted in favor of some certain people. So there are so many reasons for anybody to feel that there's genocide. So many reasons, more than the argument on the other side. This Kukah waved the finger. Kukah didn't say Christians are not being killed.
No, he didn't say
He,
so. He just
he
said
didn't say
that.
so.
He just said that it is not good to begin to push the religious views. That is
He's
to
just worried about what will happen if America or the international community sanction Nigeria,
but then people they talk say he was complaining bitterly about this same issue just about this time last year. And what changed?
people are getting him wrong. You have to understand. If you look at his statement, I looked at his statement. He didn't say that there are no killings. He didn't say that.
He didn't mention whether there is killing or there is not. That's actually the point.
He said that what is happening is stopping. If you look at what he said, it's stopping. It's not acceptable.
He didn't admit to what he had said before, that there was indeed more killing of Christians, which there are evidences to the fact that he said it before.
You see, you have to understand his background. This is a man.
But you said it before that Christians are being killed. In fact, that the killing of Christians is the only crime that is not punishable in Nigeria. What changed?
Now, what I'm saying is that this is a man that is part of the peace committee, trying to reconcile, interfaith. He's a member of the interfaith committee that is trying to reconcile, work on this issue of tension or problems between the various the various faiths. He's also part of the peace mission where General Abdul Salami, has been doing, across board. So you would expect that a man in that position, not because they made him pro chancellor or whatever. I don't think that's the reason. I think that apart from the fact that he's a man of faith, and then because he belongs to all these positions, trying to reconcile people, you don't expect that he's going to, yeah. So he's just being. So he's not. Anybody in that position would, be seasoned, measured in what. But he's not endorsing it. He's not saying that this thing is not happening. Even when his people were being killed, his own people, where he comes from, during Abacha's time and so he was very, very vocal. This is the priest that is very, very vocal. But in trying to assess his statement, you have to look at it in the light of his position, not just as a member of the clergy, but also the fact that he belongs to all these committees that is trying to reconcile people. And so if he takes a position, how can you be reconciled? Then you are biased. He has to get out of that committee, to be able to, air his own opinion, because how are you going to try to reconcile people if you appear to be taking sides? But the point is that Nigeria should be ashamed. The government should be ashamed of itself. It has not shown any will, any desire to deal with this issue. Not just this government, the past government, many other governments, and then apart the one or two of them that tried to do it, you see the resistance from the north that they are killing their people. You see the threat that if they touch any of them, this so thing will happen. And then the report internationally that has been, we have an army defense staff who at one time, was trying to deal with this whole issue of insurgency. You saw what they did to him.
Thank you.
You had the mercenaries when Jonathan brought mercenaries to help us fight insurgency. You saw what happened. And you see the pronouncements of so many people from the north when it comes to insurgency. When people were beheaded, when people were being stoned, did they come out? These are Christians. When people are sentenced to death because they are defending themselves, what is being said? So when you put all these together, you look at them holistically, you find out that it's tilted towards judgment. That in a particular group of people are being exterminated, or maybe ethnic group or faith. So I think that we have the government must stand up and say the thing as it is. Yes, I don't want Nigeria to be sanctioned, but the government must do something. The government, is good that this pressure is being brought on the government. They should do something, to dispel the impression that there's no genocide in Nigeria. And for as long as they remain lackadaisical in the attitude, or remain nonchalant, and people are being killed like fowls and blood every day you hear this thing in the military, everywhere. Then what is happening? It should happen because the government is not doing what it's supposed to do.
Thank you.
That's my submission.
Thank you so much, Agati White and John. Thank you. Happy Suya meeting to you. Thank you. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Yeah, hello, good evening, Precious. Good evening.
Good evening, welcome. Thank you. What's your name, please? Where are you calling from?
The name is Fabulous, calling from United Kingdom.
You're welcome, Fabulous. Go ahead.
Yeah, just a quick one. My take on some of the issues here.
Mm-hmm.
So, the truth of the matter is, that country is lacking leaders. We need leaders. Leaders that can take the country to the next level. Not the leaders we have now. These are they are all stomach infrastructures. None of them is willing to come out. None of them is ready to do what is right. These are not leaders. What we have are stomach infrastructure. They are just after them. They are just after their own. And the most important thing, when you look at it, greed has blinded these people. Look at the rest of the world now. Look at the other countries. Look at every other countries now. They are all thinking AI revolution now and everything, how to move. We are not saying, nobody is saying that maybe those other countries do not have their ups and downs. But in terms of security, in terms of the economy, they are all working hard to move the economy to the next level. But look at Nigeria is nowhere to be found. What is really going on in that country is really alarming, because the country is crying for a leader, a well leader that can really lead that country. Honestly, we need leaders that can really, and honest leaders that can take that country to the next level. That's what Nigeria needs.
Thank you.
Well, just because you look at the present one there and look at the ones that are there, the truth of the matter is they have no clue of what to do. They are just after
this one, okay, just a negotiation. Let's negotiate. Okay, if I release this for you, back me up. To the extent they are even releasing criminals. So those criminals, they all have people that, okay, if you look, those criminals you fed they released, if you look at there are negotiations on the ground, there are people representing those criminals. Okay, it's like trade by pattern. Okay, because the guys, the present guys that are there, they are all after their re-elections. They are all doing transfer, trade by pattern. Support me and give you this. That is what happened. That's what's going on. And most of those things are continuing to backfire on them. So
thank you.
We need leaders. That's just the truth.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
But even the rest of the countries now, Nigeria is a laughing stock all over.
God forbid.
All over. Nobody, even the so-called leader that say is the one leading the country, nobody wants to associate themselves with. Nobody
that's
wants to
not
associate.
true.
So why is the country like that if it's not true? Nobody wants to associate themselves with that guy. Nobody.
That's your opinion, though. That's your opinion, though. But thank you so much for your take. I understand. Thank you. Thank you. All the best. Hello. Good evening and welcome.
Hello.
Hi. Good evening.
This is 110%.
110%. How far? Welcome. I didn't know. I'm inside the day. I'm inside the day. Go ahead, please.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. I said go ahead, shoot.
Okay. So, I beg I heard one of the caller was saying that we don't have leaders anymore. Yes, that's true. You understand? We don't have true leaders anymore. You know, back in the days, we have people like Oju. And that's still they ask God, how you carry manufacture people like Oju, we get that kind of mind. You understand? To kind of fight for their nation, fight for their own. You understand? God, when you go give us those kind of people. And then on the second thought, I say, people like Showere don't come out, show green light, right? Someone like Peter Obi has shown that he's really have the interest of the people, the masses, right? You know, they talk about people when they pretend they do their own. So is it not high time Showere forget pride, forget about Peter Obi, because Peter Obi didn't really do anything wrong. Why I don't see? You understand? Maybe you might not like him, but I think it's high time they go fit come together, because he just called for and all of them come together. If you watch the ones who don't come, like the very bad ones, these protests really showed us the ones that are after after to destroy the peace of Nigeria. So it's high time they start working on building leaders, fresh leaders. You understand? Peter Obi too. If Peter Obi will listen to this call, Peter Obi, is high time you go forget. You cannot do this stuff alone by yourself. Showore cannot do it by himself. And then go to other regions. They get other leaders, other young people too, where they very vibrant. Call them where they get that kind of leadership and this thing. We could start to the match prop leaders. We could stand these people. We don't get fear. You understand? Leaders that are not scared of dying. If Oju was scared of dying, wouldn't even go to war.
But you know that Showore has said it time and time again. Say Peter Obi, like the same thing with the current politicians. All of them were friends. He was in PDP. He was in the midst of them. That he's the same thing.
Peter Obi is a politician. But Showore himself is not even perfect. Because Showore gets things when they do to me personally don't like. But that does not mean say I go use because of that thing why I don't like. Wipe away the good side of Showore why I don't see. Peter Obi is a politician. And as a politician, you will go down with the devil. But they say eat with the devil but carry long spoon, right? Peter Obi, for your own bad side, Peter Obi know they as corrupt as the other ones. No, we don't see. Showore should get this part, and Peter Obi should get this part. You understand? So that if you want to work with people, find people where their record no they so bad. Peter Obi record no they as bad where you cannot work with him. You understand? Unlike other people who they see, when we say when things they go wrong, they don't think come out voice. And even at that, you understand? The Nigerian politics, there's no way you cannot work with some of these people. But find the one where we say their crime, no, they as bad. Because you need them to win. And when you don't win, the main focus is, you know, the how you carry win. Now, make we win, find people we get our people for mind first. You understand? You know? So when you don't win, then we'll start to work on how to get rid of these wicked politicians. Because the best way not to imprison them, but the best way to finally get rid of them.
All right. Thank you so much.
You understand?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Thank you.
And sorry, I never feel as youth, I encourage our youth.
Mm-hmm.
I encourage every of our youth. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
We have to stop because sometimes we are the tools where these people they use. Their children are overseas. All their children they overseas. You understand?
Yes, I
and
do.
because all their children they overseas, they use us now. They use us now. They commit every atrocities, and they will say no. Then they carry their children commit those atrocities. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, 110%. I will go visit my backyard because I feel like I get plenty of day for backyard. They wait for me, and then I still have a lot of calls to also react to. But let's see if I've got someone here at the backyard. Good evening, Mr. Edwin. Good evening and welcome.
Yes, Precious, good evening. How are you?
Yes, sir. Before you talk, I make a quickly talk to this person, sir. No vex.
Okay, that's all right.
Come.
Good evening, Precious.
Sir?
Yeah, my name is Chooks. I'm calling from United Kingdom.
You're welcome, Mr. Chicks. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to talk on Bishop Kukah. You know, I'm very, very much disappointed. You know, and there's what T.Y. Danjuma said. He said, you know, because he's in a community, a committee that makes peace, he cannot tell the truth. I disagree with him. Because if you are in a committee, that is where you should speak how things are. He said he's not going to be one-sided. No, he's not one-sided. If the truth is the truth, you can't change it. Okay? I'm very, very much disappointed with Bishop Kukah. Is Bishop Kukah not aware that there is a Sharia law in Nigeria? By the way, Precious, can anybody define for me a secular state, the full meaning of secular state? Because there's a video going on now where a Christian was taken to Sharia court, and they went there and took his shop without you knowing anything about that. These are the fact, the government are the people who are initiating the genocide, if there's any genocide, the way they're saying it. Because you cannot tell me that a Christian will go and stand in a Muslim court. What is that supposed to mean? That is genocide. Something I don't believe, I don't know anything about it. You take me there. There's a lot to talk in this country. Before I go, I heard you said that the senator are discussing making INEC the burden of proof that the election
to present the burden of proof.
That is exactly what we need. Because if you get all the evidence you have that this election wasn't free, it wasn't fair. For example, I'll give you a perfect example. If the electoral material is supposed to be there by 8 o'clock and it's there by 12 o'clock, they have no reason to tell us that it's free and fair. Such things are things why we want them to be the body, because it will be hard for them to tell us that this is. You see how hard it is for people who participated in the election to prove that they were rigged out. Exactly the same way it will be hard for INEC to prove that this election they conducted it, because there's always violence, there's always delay of materials. There's a lot of ways to rig election, and these are the things the burden of proof can solve.
So I am happy if they're gonna let it go, because I've been. That is the only campaign I can tell you that I support about all these things. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Back to you, Mr. Edwin. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Precious.
Sam,
Yeah, thank you for all you do, my sister.
thank you, sir.
I just want to be brief because I have been sort of a bit withdrawn
Sorry.
about discussing the
Don't
issues.
do it.
Just totally tired about Nigeria. But I just want to talk about that genocide, Christian genocide.
Okay.
I think the Americans don't need to go too far to get their evidence or to prove that there is this very largely coordinated and organized genocide going on in Nigeria. You know, I've always said it's time without number. If you look at the rate at which Christians are being killed in North Central, Southern Kaduna, Southern Borno, Southern Adamawa, why is it that all those areas in Plateau State and Benue that have been taken over by these militias, so-called militias, who are hiding under the umbrella of farmer header clashes, why have they taken over all those settlements, those villages and towns, renamed them, and then they are settling down there now? If you go to these so-called refugee camps or whatever it is in Nigeria, go and take percentage of those who are Christians in those camps, then you will know exactly what we are talking about. And the percentage of Christians that have been killed, particularly during Buhari's time, although it started long ago, started at least maybe probably during Obasanjo's era, but Buhari came and then laid his imprint on it, and then the whole thing got out of control because Buhari encouraged them. So there is a large percentage of Christians that have been killed in Nigeria and are still being killed. So to start discussing the fact that there is no Christian genocide in Nigeria, Christians are not being killed, typical genocide going on. It is still going on even as we speak. Christians are being murdered, they are being annihilated, and it is just purely on the fact that they are Christians. There are no two ways about it, and the authorities can keep denying or living in denial. That is best known to them. But in the Nigeria of today, we have two nations or two countries or whatever it is being forcibly living together and without any basis. Because several times I've asked, who is a Nigerian? The Northerners appear to be more Nigerian than us, because everything is like the constitution, which is skewed towards them. And if how long are we going to live along these lines? For people to go to the north, particularly those Sharia states, where ladies or the female sex have nothing, they have no control over what they do and what the way they dress, and it's quite obvious. So what are we really debating? What are we talking about? Christian genocide is happening in Nigeria, and it is there. Let the authorities keep denying. Thank you, Precious. That's all I just wanted to talk about.
Thank
That's
you.
all.
Thank you so much,
Thank
sir.
you very much.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, good night.
Okay, good night, sir. All right, Nigerians. I'd like to draw the curtain here myself too and say a big thank you to everyone who's been part of the show. I didn't even think I would have done up to 2 hours today, but then here we are. It's almost midnight. So thank you to everyone who's made the show happen today. I appreciate all of you. Let's do this again tomorrow with our guests tomorrow. Let's do this again tomorrow with our guest. Yes, because Barrister Mankey will be joining us tomorrow on the show. So we could just talk about all these things. But at 6 o'clock, we'll go on air tomorrow. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow, God willing. Remember to protect your mental health because it's very important. Once we worry about Nigeria. Good night and God bless you. Thank you.